everybody, this is Hammer Striker here. I've got my hands on a unicorn. I've got the CZ P-10C. If you follow us on Facebook, you probably saw where we posted it on Wednesday that we'd gotten a hold of it. Unfortunately, being in the middle of a construction project, we haven't gotten it to the range. And also, I apologize for the hum you might hear in the background. The central air has failed, and it's a holiday weekend. I can't get parts till Monday, so we're using the backup air conditioner, and it's not as quiet. So hopefully we'll get this thing to the range this week, maybe get a full review out next week. But I did want to at least take a few minutes to show it to you, do just a quick first look and let you know what it looks like. So let me go ahead and take this, show you that it's unloaded, and get to it. You have an unloaded gun. So from a basic overall perspective, it's a fairly nice looking gun. It does have the front serrations for the press check people. It's got very aggressive and long rear serrations. It's very easy to get a hold of. Neither serrations bite your fingers, but either serration is easy to grip and operate. Like the Glocks, it's got a single rail or a single slot Picatinny rail, lights, lasers, and other types of accessories. It's got little finger pads here at the front, for when you're holding it, resting your finger. In this case, I've got it in a lefty grip, but in a righty grip, same thing. It does have an ambidextrous slide stop or slide release, as well as the magazine release. It's ambidextrous right from the factory. It just comes that way, ready to go. Push it with either finger and it'll release the magazine. One thing that I have noticed is it's a little bit stiff, and you have to get it kind of straight. So I don't know if that's something that'll break in, but if you don't hit it quite right, it won't really move. And I've seen other people complain that it's a little stiff. I had to reposition my thumb a little bit to get the right angle on it to release it. Now, if you've got longer fingers, you might be able to do that more easily. But we'll have to see if that breaks in and smooths out a little bit as we get to running it. It has very aggressive serrations or stippling at the front and the rear. And they are really their little teeth. Now, if you've got a normal grip, it's probably going to be fairly comfortable. But you might feel on the front that it's a little bit aggressive. This is one of those that might be a little bit too pointy for some people. I happen to have a blister from the construction project I was doing on the back, and for a couple days it hurt to hold it. The blister's kind of healed over now, and I can hold it without it hurting me. But you can see the little imprint in my hand right there from just the grip I had on it just right now. So you're definitely not going to lose control of this thing. This is not coming out of your hand, that's for sure. We'll see, when we get it at the range, if these are a little bit too overdone. But at the moment, they feel like they'll be fine. A couple other places that there's some serrations. Right here at the front. Trigger for the people that like to put their finger up here. I know that's a contentious thing. Some people say that's the absolute worst thing to do, and other people swear by it. It's got a nice undercut here, so you get your finger way up there. So typical CZ low bore axis to start with, and then you get a real nice high grip on it. It has the split trigger, similar to the Glock, but just like the Glock, that little dongle disappears instantly as you start to pull it. And the trigger's not quite a straight trigger, but it's pretty close. It's about as close as you can get and still have some curve to it. It's got a decent amount of take-up, but it's not bad. And then right there to the brake, and a nice crisp brake. Oops, forgot to pull the magazine out there. I'll do that again. There we go. To the brake. Nice crisp brake. There's the reset. It's not the shortest reset out there, but it's a decent reset, and then that would be all the way back out. What I'm finding with this trigger is, in my initial impressions, just dry firing it here at the table, it beats a stock Glock. But some people are talking about this being a PPQ killer. It doesn't beat the PPQ trigger. Well, we'll see when we get it out in the range. But initially, my impression is that the trigger is good. It's better than a stock Glock, but the PPQ still has it beat. This has got a little less take-up than the PPQ, but the brake on the PPQ and the reset is just phenomenal. It's almost impossible to beat that trigger in anything other than a true straight single action. But I'm not disappointed in the trigger in any way, shape, or form. From a disassembly standpoint, it disassembles very similar to a Glock. So all you do is, of course, verify clear, pull the trigger, Just squeeze it just a bit to take the tension off, pull down on these two tabs, and it comes right apart. I'm not going to go into a lot of details in the internals. I will show you the internals. When we do the full review, I'll go over all the various details, but I'll just give you a quick look inside of it. One thing I do notice is the barrel block, big chunky thing. It's got a nice ramp, but it's definitely a robust block. Look at that lug on it. That thing is not going anywhere. I know they do plan to release this in a 40 version, and I'm sure they'll just take the same block and bore it out to the 40 caliber. But when if you're looking for strength, it's definitely going to have that. Single guide rod captive. Let me slide it back together. Oh, one other thing I'll show you. It does have drop safety, just like the Glocks, and it's a little slightly different mechanism, but it is a drop safe weapon. Go ahead and slide this thing back together. Reassembly is fairly easy. Just line it up, pull it back, cycle it, and you're back in business. So overall, I'm very happy with the gun. Without having taken it to the range yet, just handling it here at the table, it looks like it's really going to live up to the majority of the expectations, with the exception of the whole PPQ color thing. I don't think it's going to make that one, but all the other expectations, I think it's going to actually reach. Sights are nice bright 3-dot sights. They are replaceable. They're adjustable. Windage at the rear, and the front one is, it's screwed in, so it can be replaced. So overall, they've done a pretty good job. The MSRP on this particular one that's in my hand is $4.99. Right now, because they're still in the unicorn territory, I paid $5.50 for this one, so I paid a little above MSRP to get my hands on one. But I've seen the price ranging from right around the $5.50 territory up to ridiculous. And I kind of feel sorry for the people that are paying the ridiculous territory, because once these things mass flood the market, I imagine you'll probably be able to get them down at least MSRP for sure, and probably down in the $4.50, maybe lower territory, once the supply really hits. So hopefully we'll get this thing out to the range. Got to get the air conditioner fixed and stuff like that, and then we'll have time. One other thing before I go, I just wanted to mention, it does come with 3 back straps. It comes with the small installed, and then a medium and a large, and it does come with 2 15-round magazines. I'm hearing that there may be some magazine compatibility between some of the, like the P-07, and I'm going to verify that, and I'll have that information for the full review. If you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, check us out on Facebook, and stay tuned for the full review on this critter. Thank you.